From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good afternoon, State College. I'm student meteorologist Shoup with your campus weather service forecast for the State College area. If we take a live look over Beaver Stadium right now, we can see that the clouds are looking relatively dark, but overall we are seeing a temperature of about 32 degrees, so it is relatively chilly out there. But that west-northwest wind of 16 miles per hour will look to cool things down a little bit even more, as we see that the feels-like temperature is about 21 degrees. So make sure if you are walking outside that you are bundled up as to not feel that effect and possibly hypothermic conditions. But if we look at the temperatures across the rest of Pennsylvania, we can see that's in overall fairly similar conditions as to right now in State College, where we have 31 degrees up here in Erie and then 29 in Franklin, 26 in DuBois. But the warm spot right now is actually to our southeast in Harrisburg and Philadelphia, where they are experiencing 40 degrees right now as the overall warm area for the majority of the state. But if we look at the satellite picture that was pushing in throughout earlier today and even leading into the later to mid-afternoon hours, we can see that we did have a lot of snow showers moving in for the southwestern and western parts of the state that are now since going to be moving off, but overall can leave a picture for some sporadic snow squalls as you move in later throughout the day. So make sure if you are traveling, you keep an eye out on that. And as for future weather for the rest of the day today, we can see that we do have a couple snow squalls up here that move through the region and pushed up into the northeastern part of the state, but those are going to be very isolated as is. But if you are traveling in that area, make sure you are watching out for that. And our next system pushing through looks to push through early tomorrow morning, maybe even late tonight, but early tomorrow morning hours. As we can see, more snow showers going to be pushing in through the area. So if you thought Punxsutawney Phil's prediction of 6 weeks was pretty accurate, well, we're well beyond that 6-week mark now, and winter should be over, but we are still experiencing a little bit of a winter bite as we still have some of these snow showers pushing in through early April and possibly even throughout the weekend as well. But as we look in through Friday afternoon and into the late night hours, we can see that for the most part, the snow showers push in relatively to the southern part of the state and some rain showers into the southeastern part of the state. But overall, those look to remain fairly isolated as is. And as we lead into Friday night, leading into Saturday morning, those look to push their way on out and not really play much of a factor as we lead into the weekend, where the weekend will remain relatively dry overall. But as for today, for Friday, or Thursday, we can see a high of 41 degrees here in State College with some partly cloudy skies. But like I said, those scattered snow showers and snow squalls possible throughout the region. But wind, the main story with this is going to be the wind. While the temperature might be 41 degrees and it feel a little bit warmer, we have winds persistent of about 15 to 20 miles per hour, but gusts up to 30, which means we could be experiencing wind chill that could be pushing into the low 30s and possibly below freezing. So make sure if you're outside, you're going to be careful of that. And that same picture applies to tonight, where we have a low of 32 degrees, but overall the winds are going to die down to only 5 to 10 miles per hour. So wind chill will not be as much of a factor tonight as it was throughout the day today, but you make sure if you are still going out that you are making sure you are aware that it could be colder and you could be feeling a little bit of hypothermic conditions, possibly. And as for tomorrow, though, we can see a little bit of a warm-up, thankfully, with a high of 49 degrees, but some possible rain and snow mix throughout the day. But as we saw, leading on throughout the day today, with the winds were fairly persistent and fast, dying out tonight. These winds look to pick back up as we lead into tomorrow with a persistent 15 to 20 mile per hour winds, but even stronger gusts as to what we were seeing today, with gusts up to 35 miles per hour, which could provide for some very chilly conditions overall. And especially with that rain and snow coming in, it could possibly blow that and make conditions even worse in terms of road travel. So make sure if you are traveling, you are going to keep an eye on the road conditions because they could deteriorate very fast. And if we look out for the next 7 days and leading into early next week, we can see that like today, I said a high of 41 degrees. Tomorrow for Friday, a high of 49 degrees. Overall, we're going to be getting fairly chilly leading into the weekend with some possible Saturday morning snow showers, as we saw with a high of 34 degrees. But overall, the temperatures look to get up a little bit from the weekend as we lead into the early next week, with a high of 42 on Sunday and even possibly next Wednesday, where we see a high of 49 degrees. So temperatures overall are going to be remaining fairly below average for this time of year. But like I said before, Punxsutawney Phil's 6 weeks could have been extended out to 10 weeks or so because we're still seeing wintry conditions into early April. So we need to make sure we keep an eye on this as we do have more systems coming through that could pose, like I said here, you see it Friday and Saturday, could pose some weekend winter threats to the area. But overall, those look to remain fairly sporadic as is. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm Casey Shoup. Thanks for watching.